We are out 20-ish yards away from a C-zone piece of steel because I want to try something with the Springfield Echelon. You know, that cool modular gun that kind of got forgotten. I missed a couple times, but that level of control is something you can only pull off when you've got an awesome grip. Taking a look at this new grip module from Icarus Precision. That's right, we waited a year for Springfield and HS Product to produce something for the modular Echelon. I like the gun, like the platform, was waiting for something. I understand why they released a full size first, but it would have been nice to have a compact available. This is still full size, so it takes the standard mags from your existing Echelon, but holy crud, does it allow some control. Let's head inside and I'll give you some close-up of this thing and we'll talk about it a bit more. The Springfield Echelon has been out a little over a year now, and when it came out I was generally impressed with the thing, loved the potential expansion because it's a modular gun. However, a year now later, we still don't have a compact slide or frame or really any support other than Springfield selling grip modules in different colors. Until now. Our friends over at Icarus Precision, if you've been a fan of the channel for a while, you've seen us do a lot of SIG 320 and 365 stuff with them, have released this module. It's an aluminum module, CNC'd from billet. We've been to the factory and shown you footage of that, and it's got the Icarus texture to it and some other pizzazz and flair. I am really excited to get this thing on this gun. Of course, I can't show you on YouTube how it's done, but I thought we'd go over first what some of the major changes are, or differences. I'm going to put these two close and zoom in for you so you can see right away the suggestive ledges that are on the Echelon from Croatia. Does not compare to this real ledge that Icarus Precision has put on. Is that going to require a different holster or some holster adjustment? Yes, be aware of that. This one is set up for a right-handed shooter's support thumb to rest on. There will also have one on the other side for left-handed folks. When we get to the trigger guard, we have texturing on the front for both. We have a little bit more pronounced of a hook here for those that actually use that texture up there and like to grip with their support hand there. A double undercut of the trigger guard. We did on the factory, it just was not as pronounced, and that's because it's easier to do with aluminum. Aluminum is stronger for its thickness than polymer, and so aluminum can go a little bit thinner and we can get a little more pronounced. We can see that the undercut here for the magazine release is a little more pronounced on the Icarus. And as I get to that, a point to mention about magazine release is you'll need to transfer your magazine release over. Even if you buy an aftermarket button, as of the time that I'm filming this, Springfield Armory has not released and is not selling the internal springs and parts that go with it. So you're still going to need to take parts off of your donor. I'm a little bummed about that because I wanted to run these side by side and do a quick in the field comparison for you guys. However, that's just not going to be practical because I'm going to have to do a little bit of surgery. And if you've ever taken the cog, which is the actual firearm inside this, that's what they're calling it, the fire control unit type thing, if you will, to use SIG terms, out of your Echelon, it's not as easy as the SIG. Can be a little bit more challenging, and sometimes, like, I've gotten to the point where I was contorting the polymer on this, so that makes me worried. I'll let you know after the fact what it's like dropping it into the aluminum. When we look at texturing here, we can see we have a slightly different texture profile, and this is going to be narrower in the back on the Icarus because we don't have the shielding there for the magazine release. So the magazine release is going to be a little easier to access. You may not need an extended one on this. We'll see after we get it all mounted up. You can also see that we've got the Icarus beaver tail here that rises up a little bit. That's kind of a last second guide to get your hand into the gun instead of jabbing straight in. Looking at the grip profile, you see we keep it right nice and narrow through here to keep your length of pull to the trigger easy. And we do have a swell in the back. Now, we changed the back strap on this to one of the larger ones because that was our preference. Coming underneath, we have a little bit of flaring just as we did on factory, and we retained that lanyard hole. And then of course the other side's going to be the same. What has just popped out here is a nice feature of the Icarus module, and those are tungsten rods that fit down inside there to add extra weight. Why would you do that, you say? Well, the more non-reciprocating mass you have, generally the smoother the gun sits. It's going to make the pistol a little bit heavier. I'll weigh the gun before and after and give you notes on that. But I'm going to get this swapped over, and then we're going to hit the range, and I'm going to give some impressions with it. I like the Echelon to begin with. I was just waiting for a compact or something different to be coming out, and now thanks to Icarus Precision we have one. Factory weight on my scale without magazine, 23.7 ounces. And now, through the magic of off-camera work, it actually wasn't as bad as I expected. I must be paying a little better attention now, but we are at 29.9 ounces with the aluminum grip module and those tungsten rods in there adding some weight. Let's get to the range. Sorry, I can't help myself. I'm just curious. You guys know I'm not a drill monkey, but I've got the DA targets, a reactive target. They're at 7 yards, and let's see what a bill drill looks like. I honestly hadn't shot the Echelon much in quite some time, but I'm curious to see what we get. Starting from a low ready. Man, this thing locks into the hands. That was a 169. I'm gonna give it one more go just because I'm learning this gun, but hopefully you guys got to see it stays there. If you know your gun already or learn the grip, it should be pretty good. So let's try it one more. Bill drill 2 with the Echelon. Yeah, it holds on. 199 took me a second to find my sights, but I hope you guys are seeing how level the gun holds. I might just do a 10 round dump to try to get some good footage of that. Let's see if we can figure that out. 10 rounds through the Echelon with the Icarus grip. I'm gonna back up and zoom in a bit. Hopefully we can get some good footage there, and I'll dump 10 rounds at speed. We'll see what kind of recoil control we get. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure those were all A-zone. Wow,